I'm really hoping this is my last rinse out. This is rinse out number 5. I'm just going to fill it about 2 or 3 inches. And then the problem is my python's only a 25-foot long python, and I cannot get it on the left side of the tank very well. So usually when I do the left side of the tank, when I'm cleaning, doing maintenance, I have a smaller hose and a bucket, and I do it bucket by bucket. Not ideal, I know, but it is what it is. So I'm hoping that this is going to be my final rinse out. I just simply can't do it anymore. It's been 3 days of taking down the tank, and I know that everyone loved my last tank, as did I, but I admitted in a video a while back that in the summer of 2020 I fell in love with vegetable gardening deeper than I have ever done before, because I had raised beds built, and I was doing arch trellising, and the beauty of the garden just wooed me, and I was not inside at all. And at that time, the CO2 ran out and fertilizers weren't being done regularly, and pretty much it was a gong show in there. Although the plants were growing like crazy, there was some that were doing really poorly, and there was some that was choking out others. So it needed a couple of trimmings. Wasn't gonna do, especially since the crypt was so prominent into the center of the tank that it carpeted underneath the substrate, and I could no longer thin out that plant. When I did finally empty the tank, pulling out that crypt, it pulled out the substrate and those roots. Those roots will need to be cut, and I'll have to individually plant in the new setup. So it's been 3 days now. First day was Monday. It's now Wednesday morning. I hope it's still morning. I feel like I've been doing this for hours already. But the first day was take out plants, take out the hardscape, and then the rest, all day Tuesday, I collected inhabitants. It was literally the last half of Monday, I think 4 hours. I tried to catch all of those shrimp, which were dreamy blue shrimp, as you know, and Amano shrimp, plus green rasphoras and pygmy cories. Everything really super tiny, and on brown substrate was really difficult to find them, but it did it. I started off with 10 Amanos. I'm down to 7 after 3 years. And I started out with 35 pygmy cories. I'm down to 7. There wasn't any breeding going on in that tank, which is a concern. You know, I've got to figure out what happened there. They only live about that long, so I'm not sure if the hardness level of the water rising was a direct impact on their lifespan. But it concerns me. They're one of my favorite little fish, and I will be getting another 35 in this tank. And this new setup, there will be quite a lot more areas where I can enjoy them, so it won't be as overgrown, and I'm going to keep it a lot less planted, I think. I'm not going to go as crazy as I did. So I'm looking forward to the new setup, and just to give you an idea of how many plants were in there, I threw a lot out that were covered in blackbeard algae or so much green spot algae. Cutting away the leaves would leave nothing but a rhizome. So that's in the compost bin outside. This bucket is full of beautiful anubias, both Nano Petite and regular anubias. This is bucket number 2, same thing. That is all crypt. Most of that will be composted or given away. I'm not putting a whole bunch of crypt in there. I also do have some Swassertang, AR Mini, and a little bit of moss left. I've slowly got rid of the moss because it was just crazy to keep trimmed. It was too much work for me. And my inhabitants are happy with their, they got cinnamon leaves in there. Quite happy. It's darkening the water a bit, but everybody's enjoying themselves. They have a bubbler going, and hopefully they'll be back in the tank by tomorrow. I did keep my filters are cleaned out. I did keep my media in a bucket of fish water with another bubbler going. Hopefully that survives well. I cleaned out my glass, and I can't wait to get this back together and clean my house, because at this point the whole darn house smells like fish tank to me, and I would like to clean it from top to bottom. And then hopefully enjoy at least 2 or 3 days left of my vacation. Doing nothing. Anyway, this is when you have to take a vacation to clean a 120-gallon tank. Yep. Stay tuned.